Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. We are currently working in the basically amazing scrapbook album, printable scrapbook album templates, and we just finished with the smallest size. This was, we did this step by step in video. I will have a link to that playlist up there if you want to go check this out. I did make mine a Christmas album, so there is actually photos in mine from my personal Christmas. It's not done yet, but hopefully it'll be done soon. Step by step went through here, except for some of the pages are matted, super simple, and I just kind of did a flip through. Plus I was just kind of showing you some different ways you could put your pictures on the page. So I just kind of did that off camera and then did a flip through of that. But for the most part, it was done step by step. So if you want to see that, check out that link. It'll be in the description box below as well as up there. So, so this was the smallest, and this was the mock-up for the smallest. I have not done a step by step on this exact album. This is just one of the ones that I make when I am working through my templates, making sure that they all work together the way they're supposed to, making sure things fit. It helps me figure out what's missing, what do I need to add, what do I need to take away. And trust me, I ended up adding and taking away a lot, and it took me a long time to get it to exactly where I wanted it to be, the whole set. So this is size D all the way up through size A. So there's 4 sizes, A, B, C, D. So this was the mock-up for that, and we will not probably be making this exact thing in the video series, but I do have a very specific flip through video of all of the different prototypes. I will link that specifically up there as well if you want to see a flip through of this particular scrapbook album. And the other 4 prototypes as well, or I'm sorry, the other 3 prototypes. So right now we're at a very interesting time in our world, in the scrapbooking world, because it's like new releases are getting ready to start rolling out. However, I don't really want to wait for a few more weeks in order to get all the supplies and then to plan everything out. I wanted to go ahead and make another project before we started using some new paper collections. So I think when I asked on Facebook what you guys wanted to see, and everybody said A, which is the largest. But then I was like, well, I don't have the paper collection that I want to use for A. And when I made these mock-ups and prototype, whatever you want to call them, when I made all of the mock-ups and prototypes, I wasn't intending on recreating those in video. I was just doing them as a visual for myself, again, as working through all the different elements, and plus it was nice to give you guys a flip through of all the different sizes. I wasn't intending on doing a video specifically for each mock-up, okay? But I think that I would like to do this one. This is size C. This particular prototype is using the Darcelle paper collection from Prima. Now, when I first put that question out there, that collection was pretty easily available, and that was just like a week or so ago. And today, since I've been looking, trying to find it, because I thought it was still readily available, I can't find not one single 12 by 12 paper pad. But that's okay. I think a lot of you have already purchased this paper pad. And this paper pad actually is a little bit challenging to work with, actually, and it might be a good thing to show you guys how I dealt with so many dark pages and how I kind of supplemented with my background designs and all of that jazz to make it not be so dark, and it ended up being a really pretty combination. I mean, it's a beautiful paper collection. It'd be great for scrapbook layouts and stuff. Anyway, so this particular collection did present me with, it's a beautiful collection, but it did present me with a bit of a challenge when I was doing my prototype. So I thought, hey, that'd be a good way. You know, there's beautiful paper collections out there, but sometimes you just don't know what to do with them. So I thought this would be fun to be able to show you how I managed that situation. I've done that before where I had a paper collection, and I think it was in the Everlasting, and it was like a beautiful colors, but it was like, oh, it had like a seashore type imagery on it, and I'm not really a huge fan of that. Let me go grab it and just show you really quick. It's this one right here. This one is the Everlasting, and I can't think of the paper collection now. I can't remember what it was called. I feel like it was, oh shoot. I have a whole playlist where I made this start to finish. I will link it up here and down below if you want to check it out. But it had a lot of, you can kind of see it if you know what's included, but it has a lot of, you know, like I think I'm saying it wrong, like sea imagery. There we go. What's it called? Oh, it's gonna drive me batty. You can kind of see right here, there's like a stork, or not a stork, what are those called? Seagulls or something? I don't know, but then it's got like a beachy theme, you know. So I kind of worked around that to where you really can't tell that that's really what the whole theme of this paper collection was. Well, I don't want to completely work around the theme of the paper collection, but the colors of the paper, well, I have to mess with that later. The colors of the paper collection are just so bold and beautiful and dark, but I don't really necessarily want a dark album. I hope I'm making sense to you guys. But anyway, so if you want to see this start to finish, I'll have a link to that for you guys. It was so fun. I love this one. This one was a really very good artistic journey for me, I think. I had a great time. So anyway, so you can't really tell that this was a beachy sea themed paper. So that's kind of my goal, is to kind of show you again how to work around something that, even though it's beautiful, you may not want, now maybe you do, I don't know. You may not want your album to be this really dark blues and I was reading the description of the blues and pinks. I can't remember what it was set, but anyway, are they pretty? They're really pretty, but I don't want a whole dark album. So that's why I thought I'll tackle this one. So we're gonna make this one. And again, I got sidetracked, sorry. So this paper collection, I don't think you can buy it as a 12 by 12 right now. I will have a specific Amazon list for this paper collection. It'll say, not this paper collection, but for this album, it will say Darcelle, basically amazing. I might even put size C on there, I'm not sure. But it'll have the name of the paper collection and the name of the templates, which is basically amazing. These are available in my Etsy shop. I will have a link down below for those if you want to check those out. They do not come in a physical form. I've been getting asked that quite often, as a matter of fact. They do not come in a physical form. The templates do not. Okay, so I got to thinking about it though, because you know what is available in this collection is the A4 size. I don't have it. I don't have the A4 size, but here's a paper pad that is an A4 size. So this paper pad, not this specific paper pad, but the A4 size paper pads can be used in the C size album. I do not want you to print on it unless this is the size that you print all your templates on. If you use, you know, 8.5 by 11 as your regular paper size, then do not print on the A4 size paper. Just trace on it. And you can do the same thing with the A4 size in the Darcelle as you can with the 12 by 12, except you won't be able to print on it. You just trace it. So if you can get your hands on the A4 paper, not this one. This is not the one I'm using, but it's pretty, isn't it? This is super old. This was the only one I had in my stash that's A4 2017. I guess it's not that old. But anyway, so you can use the same thing. You can use the A4 and do the same thing that I'm going to do with the 12 by 12. So keep that in mind. If you don't already have this collection, the A4 is still available. I will have the A4 linked in my Amazon list specifically for this project. I will also link other places down below where you can get a hold of some of the Darcelle products as well. Okay, so I wanted to mention that. So we're going to be, and what's really great about having the project already done is I know what I'm going to be using. So let's go through what the Darcelle products are going to be. And I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know. I'm not sure I've heard anybody really call it a name yet. I mean, I might have. I don't know. I feel like this has not been a very well used paper collection, and it's beautiful. I feel like that people got it, they were like, oh, it's so pretty, and they bought it, and they're like, now what? So I feel like maybe this will help you use your paper collection that you purchased. I'm going to be using the 4x6 journaling cards, and I'm going to be using the 3x4 journaling cards. Now, of course, you do not have to have either one of these. You can just cut pieces of your 12x12 down to fit in the spaces that these are going to go, but I'm going to be using these, the 12x12, 4x6, 3x4. I had used some of the 6x6 in here, but I'm not going to put that out there because I think you can just cut your paper down and be done with it. And then these are the only embellishment packs that I used in this album. So first we've got the ephemera stickers and ephemera and stickers. So it's more like for planners and things, I think. I didn't use any of the planner stickers, I don't think. But I did use the ephemera that was inside. And this one is number 642037. So we used some elements out of here. I used this ephemera pack, and this one is 642020. Whoops. This one is 642020. I used some elements out of there. And then 3 flower packs. You could probably get away with just the 2. You can probably get away with just these 2 if you really wanted to, but I used these. This one, let's start with this one. This one has the pretty butterfly and different little elements. So all of these were used on the cover. So there's the cute little stem elements, and then there's the butterfly. So most of the things that are in here are actually on the cover, and a few bits and pieces of these 2 as well. So this one is 644413. And then this one's got a little bit smaller flowers. And this one is 644499. And then this one is 644376. So I will have all these linked and listed down below as best I can. I didn't use a lot of flowers in here except for maybe the cover. So because I use bits from all of these, I'm going to use more of these in the inside bits. So that is all we used from the Darcelle Collection. Okay, so from the set of templates, I'm going to be using, just looking through what's currently out and available, I'm going to be using the Basically Amazing text foundations. That's what the Etsy listing looks like. And I will try my best to link these specific ones below if you'd like to check that out. And then I'm also going to be using the Grungy Wood Basically Amazing foundations. And when I made my mock-up, I actually used 4 or 5 different backgrounds playing around. But I'm not going to do that in the one we're making today, or the one we're going to start making. So if you don't have both of those sets of templates in the backgrounds text and Grungy Wood, then you can supplement with something else. It's no big deal. But I wanted to show you something. I also wanted to show you really quick. Again, I know I say this a lot, but I have 2 printers that I print paper on. Not photos, just paper. And one of them is a laser printer, and one of them is an EcoTank inkjet printer. EcoTank inkjet. Wide format. So I just wanted to show you once again the difference in the printing. Now, I purposely set different printer settings for my EcoTank because all printers are not created equal. They're all different, and it was laying down too much of one color or another, and I finally got it to where I was happy. So this one here is the EcoTank. So this is the Grungy Wood EcoTank, and it's going to go so nicely with this set of templates, right? And then this is the one that my laser printer printed off. This one would actually also go really nicely, right? But you see the difference in the 2? So this one is a lot warmer, where this one's a lot cooler. So if you have more than one printer, you may want to check that out. Because I'm also going to be using some coffee stain paper in this album because, again, I used like 3 or 4 different, actually 4 or 5 maybe, different background designs in this mock-up. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to use coffee stain because I love my coffee stained. And then the text background. So the text, actually matches this shade of my grungy wood better than the laser. Do you see that? So that's kind of why I went with this kind of cooler version of the grungy wood. So you can also do that on your printer. Like if you only have one printer, you can also change a few settings, like tone your magenta down just a little bit to make it a little bit more of a cool tone versus a warm tone. Do you see the difference there? I mean, it is a big difference, especially when you're holding it up next to papers that are either cool toned or warm toned. And even the soft tea coffee stained looking papers that are in this collection have more of a cool tone to them than a warm tone. So I'm trying to find coffee stained paper that I have that's more of a cooler toned. So we'll see. We'll see how it's all gonna work out. But those are the 3 additions I'm gonna make. Also, I'm gonna use white cardstock and black cardstock. All of that will be linked in my Amazon list down below, so you can check those out. So that's what we're gonna do. We are gonna make the C-size album, and we're going to use the same collection. We're going to use the Darcelle Collection, and there, if you could see the flip through of this in that one video that's actually in the playlist, but I'm not going to make it exactly. So I'm going to add a little bit more to it because this is the last mock-up that I made, believe it or not, and I was so excited to get the template out that I kind of toned it down a little bit in this one, but I'm not going to do that. So we are going to make the C-size album, and we're going to be using components from the D-size album as well inside of here. I'm also probably going to be using the add-on photo mats. Where are those at? I'm definitely going to be using the add-on photo mats. I don't know if I'm going to use text or grungy wood. They're both out. But I know I'm going to be using some of the planes of the set. I think I might, I don't know. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use. But if you were lucky enough to catch the good sale that I had, you probably got more than one set. So, and again, you use whatever looks best with your project. You don't have to follow mine exactly. But I will be using some basically amazing photo mats. So the next video, we are going to start. Hopefully I can get this one up today and we can have the next video tomorrow, because I'm going to move pretty quick because it's mostly planned out already, which is great. That helps me move a lot faster in my video process. But we're going to start by making the covers. We're not going to beautify it in the next video, but we're going to make the cover structure because we're doing a bigger spine, and we'll probably put the binding in there as well. So stay tuned for that. Be sure that you're subscribed to my channel and hit that little bell icon after you subscribe, and then turn your notifications on so that you'll be notified when I upload a video. If you don't want to miss this step by step, we're going to go step by step and making this entire album. So be sure to give me a thumbs up if you're excited about making this next album and using this specific paper collection. Also, I did want to tell you that when I know what paper collection we're going to be using next, I will make a video for that, because I think I'm going to go in order since I did the D first and then the C. I think I'll do the B after that and then the A after that. So when I know what collections I'm going to be using, I will let you know ASAP so that you can get your hands on them. You know, I don't have any special contacts or anything, so I have to get it, you know, I get it at the same time you guys get your, you know, when I see it at the same time you guys see it. So I will let you know when I know, if you like to follow along and make them right along with me. Okay, you guys, that is all I have for you guys. I will see you guys next time.